is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Legend video. So this is the in-depth guide to Impulse, or more like an in-depth review. Here I'm trying him out with some farmable tunes. So the first few battles in this video are going to be with tunes that are farmable, and then at the end it's going to be more for those who are in the end game. You have Black Flash and Impulse seem like a good pairing, both because they both manipulate turn meter. I'm using Green Lantern here, who everybody knows is easily farmable, to counteract Harley Quinn and the enrage that she can give, not to mention the hammer that he can drop down on her. Everybody should know Green Lantern Hal Jordan is the solution, is the cure to Harley Quinn, MJ. And Huntress is a severely underrated tune. She is incredible. And the reason why I brought her here is because Swamp Thing, he can regenerate, revive, I should say, other tunes once he dies and comes back. All the team comes back. She has on all of her abilities, whenever she hits the target or whenever she kills someone, there's a heal immunity that prevents them from reviving. Here we have Killer Frost, Hawk Girl, both farmable. Killer Frost, especially in red alerts, which honestly I had her shards or her frags and didn't even realize how good she was till I actually did it. Now she's RB1, I believe. Hawk Girl is actually incredible. They pair well as a duo together. So actually in this role I'm using Impulse is not, and in the last role too, he's not the feature. He's not the one that you're building around. He's the one you add to the team to make the team go, or to help to improve the team. So I'm using Hawk Girl and Killer Frost as part of a stun comp, because they stun like wild women. Then you have Green Lantern, who has a stun on his A3, and then Impulse also has a stun on his A2. That means that they're going to synergize well together. They're going to stun and manipulate each other's turn meter through that, and Killer Frost is going to then throw her Ice Spear when target is frozen. This is the same composition as before. You see I'm still trying to avoid the Harley Quinn enrage by counteracting with Green Lantern Hal Jordan. I'm using Huntress here to make sure that they can't revive. Fair warning, whenever Huntress does apply that heal immunity, it only lasts for that instance. When her turn is over, the heal immunity is gone. And then, of course, like I said, Black Flash and Impulse to manipulate the turn meter. And so there you go. She does that heal immunity. So even if Swamp Thing dies without it being from Huntress, which he will, then he wouldn't be able to revive the others. Huntress also, she does her big shot on tunes who have 25% or less health randomly out of turn. So that's a good way to help clean up. Here we're going to use Cheetah to help with speed. So she's going to give turn meter from the beginning. Then you have Star Sapphire, who's farmable in red alerts. And then you have Catwoman, who I think is incredibly underrated and is also farmable in red alerts. I was planning on bringing Catwoman just in case Arcus gets a chance to proc. I could use her A3 to get rid of his strength ups and taunt. However, Cheetah did a significant amount of damage and Star Sapphire was able to clean that up. We use Impulse in this comp to, again, just manipulate the turn meter and stun when possible. Like, his ability to manipulate turn meter is the most important thing, which is what, in my mind, I don't really care about his damage. His damage is okay at best, but, and especially on the A1 when he can use it multiple times, but really he's there to support, to manipulate turn meter, to give the rest of your team the chance to do what they want to do and to go into fights with a little bit of an edge up. Now we get to more the in-game comps. I put Batgirl at lead because she gives her allies invasion ups. Impulse, on his A1, he'll attack multiple times if he has more than two, if he has two or more evasion ups. But he doesn't buff himself or give himself evasion ups. He does passively, but it takes like 2 or 3 turns if you're lucky before he's actually able to do it. Batgirl ensures that he'll be able to start off with those 2+ evasion ups, and so then from the beginning everything he does is 2 hit. So now he's a little bit more there for damage, but his role still isn't damage. If you notice, I'm not using his A1 because I'm looking to damage anyone. I'm using his A2 and his A3 to manipulate the turn meter. His turn meter is being manipulated. The turn meter for the enemy is being manipulated. And that A1 at the end, being able to strike twice, 3 times if I had him L3, being able to attack twice is just an added bonus. His damage is really, to me, just an added bonus. Thanks for having it, but it's not necessary in order for him to fit in the teams the way I'm using him. Here, you're going to, this is more of an evasion team. I have an evasion team that I've been working with. The idea behind this is you have the evasion ups that are given to Impulse and to Black Flash, and especially to Eclipso. Eclipso's taunt is going to draw the attention. The others are going to manipulate the turn meter. So if they do ever get a turn, hopefully they go at Eclipso, who now has extra evasion ups, which makes him that much harder to hit, and then he'll retaliate if that's necessary. But the idea is with Black Flash and Impulse to prevent them from even getting a turn to begin with. But you notice there, Arcus tries to hit Eclipso, he misses, he gets hit twice, the rest of the team is gone now. I really do like Impulse under Batgirl. I think he's great under Batgirl. He works well with Black Flash too, though. Okay, so Red Hood is here. This is kind of a turn meter overkill team. I'm putting Harley Quinn there to counteract Black Flash in case he ever gets a turn. Then she will retaliate and hopefully take him out. Red Hood has this ability where if an enemy dies, then the entire team's turn meter is reset. Black Flash does the same thing. The reason why Black Flash is kind of, I won't say better than Red Hood, but in this aspect can be better than Red Hood. And see, my Black Flash got taken out by Cassidy. Oh, you annoying little. The reason why he's a little bit better in this way than Red Hood, that ability for Red Hood only works if he's in the lead. Black Flash isn't in the lead, so he can still do the same ability without it. However, the idea being that every time somebody dies, the entire team is vulnerable because now they have no turn meter, and we get to just do whatever we want to do. I do believe that I'm wondering if having Red Hood and Black Flash on the same team is a bit of an overkill, but there you go. And then Impulse is also there to manipulate turn meters. So it's one of those, I am ensuring, like my plan is that you get 0 turns. Like you don't get a turn at all. And it didn't really quite work out because they got 0 turns, but Harley Quinn still retaliated against Black Flash. So maybe I don't think they didn't get many turns at all. So again, running him under Batgirl. Kaga is another turn meter manipulator. If you don't know, his A3 he opens with his A3 and he reduces turn meter by 20%. So even the little bit of turn meter that they have between Black Flash's turn and Kaga's turn gets taken away. We're gonna take out Siren first. That's going to reset their turn meters, and then we just keep manipulating the turn meter over and over and over again. So yeah, it's Impulse, I believe, is a really, really good support champion, or a good support toon. I really think he's a really good support hero. I'm not featuring him. I don't think that he needs to have a team built around him. I think you have the main components of your team, and then you add him to help manipulate the enemy, so you have an advantage. So he's not the one who's going to do the damage for you. You're not looking for him to do that, in my view. You're looking for him to manipulate turn meter and stun whenever possible so that your team can get a massive advantage. He would be great if you don't have a Kilowog, then he would be great against your Arcus. He would be great against Azrael because he'll go before them, and then there's a chance to stun them. And that A2, if it doesn't stun, at least it doesn't damage anyone, so it doesn't set either of them off. I use Black Flash in the same way with his A2 and the Doom. But yeah, I really think that he is a well-built, well-designed toon. Definitely recommend building him. Really, really love him. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. See you next time.